story time. So in freshman year, we thought it would be hilarious if we all switched classes for the day. We wore the same uniform, so we looked really similar. So we gave each other IDs and swapped books and backpacks. It was really hard to tell the difference, especially for the teachers. So I was going to be Robbie for the day. I was going to be Joey for the day. And I was going to be Mark for the day. So it started off all as well. First and second period was hilarious. Some of the students caught on, but the teachers had no idea. But then at lunch, everyone was talking about it and started going around very quickly. So we started to get a little bit scared, thinking we were gonna get caught. So third period came, and while I was in Robbie's class, the teacher kept staring at me. I kind of thought he knew something was up. But while I was in Joey's class, the teacher still had no idea. Same with me while I was in Mark's class. So now back to me in Robbie's class. All the students kept laughing. The teacher looked at me and was like, "I know you're not Robbie. Which one are you?" And I was like, "I'm Joey." And he was like, "So Robbie's in your class?" And I was like, "No, Mark's in my class." And he was like, "So all three of you switched?" And then he got pissed and called the principal. Part 2, triplet story time. So just to give you a quick rundown on part 1, all three of us switched classes for an entire day of school in grade 9. So it's now third period and I'm in Robbie's class. I'm in Joey's class. And I'm in Mark's class. So back to me in Robbie's class. The teacher had already caught on and called the principal. So I'm getting a little bit nervous and angry because Robbie didn't tell me his teacher was a jerk. So all he does is hang up the phone, stares at me and says, "You can go to the office now." The whole class is dead silent. So back to me in Joey's class. The teacher is still clueless. But out of nowhere, the classroom phone rings. And I kind of got a bit nervous because those phones never ring. So she answers the phone and all she says is, "Come on, are you kidding me?" while turning her head and staring at me. So my heart just dropped. She hangs up the phone, starts laughing and says, "Good try, but you have to go to the office now." Then all the students bursted out laughing. So now back to me in Mark's class. I have no idea we've been caught and the teacher still has no clue. He looks completely stoned. And then he gets a call on the classroom phone. So all I hear him say is, "Wait, what?" So confused. And then turns to me and says, "Whoever you are, just go to the office." Part 3, triplet story time. So now I have been caught and told to go to the principal's office. I'm quietly walking through the hallways and it's a complete ghost town. That's when I started to get a little nervous. As I get into the principal's office, Joey and Mark are already sitting in chairs in front of his desk. He's just staring at them. He then says, "Take a seat," so I sit down between my brothers. I thought we were so screwed and gonna get in so much trouble. The principal looked so stern, but then out of nowhere, he burst out laughing. So we all started laughing too. He obviously thought it was hilarious, unlike Robbie's teacher. He said, "I have to admit, you guys did good. I've never experienced something this wild in all my years." So I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, so we're not in trouble? He was still laughing. Then he says, "Just don't do this again. Go back to your actual classes." We got out of there as fast as we could before he could change his mind. But then on our way back, we're like, why don't we continue the switch? Let's switch it up again. So Robbie goes to Joey's, I go to Robbie's, and Joey goes to mine. We all started laughing and just gave each other back our books, backpacks, and IDs and went to our actual classes. Later that night, we told our parents, and they laughed even harder than the principal. The end.